Today we're talking about the Mitsubishi Galant VR-4. In my opinion, this car perfectly defined Mitsubishi's unique value proposition back in 1991. The blend of high-tech performance, style, luxury, practicality, and bang for the buck was a combination that Mitsubishi employed across their entire lineup. The Galant VR-4, Eclipse GSX, Turbo Mirage, and 3000 GT VR-4 all had these ingredients, which made for unique and desirable cars that enthusiasts still appreciate today. The car offered something that Mitsubishi called Active 4. This was code for the world's first integrated four-wheel independent suspension, four-wheel drive, four-wheel anti-lock brakes, and four-wheel steering system. Whoa. This combination was the automotive equivalent to the space shuttle back then and was unheard of in a $21,000 vehicle. This impressive list of suspension wizardry was complemented by the same 195 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged and intercooled 4G63 engine that was found in the Eclipse GSX and Diamond Star twins. Car and Driver's test of the Galant resulted in a 0-60 time of 6.8 seconds, a quarter-mile time of 15.2 seconds at 89 miles per hour, and a top speed of 130. Regarding the style, although it may look conservative and even a bit plain to our eyes these days, compared to the other cars available at the time, it was sophisticated yet reserved, purpose-built and designed, not gaudy and flashy. To me, this car is like an Olympic athlete in a fine suit. On the outside, you'll find a clean, unassuming aesthetic, but under that suit beats the heart of a true performer. I love sleepers, and this is one of the best you'll find right from the factory. This performance doesn't just apply to street use. The Galant cut its teeth on rally stages around the world. From 1989 to 1992, it won 6 WRC victories in Finland, Great Britain, Africa, and Sweden. To satisfy the Group A rally racing sales requirement of 5,000 cars, Mitsubishi made the Galant VR-4 available in North America, New Zealand, Australia, Japan, and other Asian Pacific Rim territories. Of that number, 2,000 made it to the US in 1991, and then 1,000 in 1992. This winning combination of a high-tech sedan that's strong enough for the most demanding races paved the way for a little car that you may have seen once or twice before. Due to this, many call the Galant VR-4 the Evolution Zero, the godfather of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution that you see roaming the streets and racetracks all over the world. One summer evening, I decided to visit my old weird friend Craigslist. I hadn't been there in months and was shocked when this one-owner Galant popped up on my screen. I immediately emailed the seller and later that evening was looking it over and taking it for a test drive. The owners were a real die-hard Mitsubishi family. They had a couple parked in the driveway and told me of many that they had owned over the years. They were friendly people who shared great stories about the Galant. From the reasons they bought it, to family trips in it, to their daughter driving it to school, this is the kind of priceless stuff that you can only hear from an original owner. The next day, I came back to pick it up and bring it back to the turbo garage. You could tell it was tough for them to let the car go since they had so many great memories in it. I promised that I would bring it back once I got done working on it. I was so excited, I had to share the news with my beloved wife.
She loves it.
While the car may have looked great in the pictures, it needed completely gone over. Inside, outside, under the hood, everywhere. But it was exactly what I was looking for. It was 100% stock, rust-free, well-maintained, and was completely intact. I knew that there was a great car preserved under the dirt and grime. It would just take some work to make it appear. The paint was all original and badly oxidized, mainly because the car had been sitting outside for some time, but thankfully it wasn't faded or peeling. There were also many areas where the faded black trim had run down and stained the paint. Hopefully a good thorough buffing would bring it back. In this shot you can see some of the grime that was cooked into the paint. Oh boy. But the back of the car was in good shape and intact. I wonder if I can do anything with these exhaust tips. Yuck. The sides of the car are in good shape, with all of the trim pieces and factory mud flaps intact also. There were a few door dings, but I believe a dent removal place can take care of those. The front end is in good condition and the paint has very few rock chips. The only war wound on this car is here at the driver's corner, where it was backed into many years ago. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that yet. There's also a couple sizable biff marks on the rear bumper cover, but no damage underneath. The wheels are original, but need repainted as the years of brake dust has taken its toll. On the back window, the factory four-wheel steering sticker is still there, as is a little tip of the cap to the state troopers, cosmically balanced by a weather-worn homage to Jerry Garcia. Inside, you're met first with a set of flowery seat covers. Although no seat covers ever really fit well, I'm glad that they're here, as they likely protected the factory leather over the years. Other interior accoutrements include a steering wheel cover with massaging nubs and a dream catcher. The next thing that you can't help but notice is the big 9,000 RPM tachometer, digital boost gauge, and big 145 mph speedometer. One item that really sets these cars apart is the numbered dash plaque seen here. It proudly displays that this car is number 1444 of 2000 made. Looking around also reveals how loaded these cars were. Cruise control, power windows, power locks, a security system, power sunroof, a nice stereo, and even the ability to change the color of the dash lighting. Neat. Opening the glove box reveals all of the original dealer paperwork, Windows sticker, service records, and the owner's manual in its special leather case. Here's a closer look at those. You just gotta love the $1,500 limited availability adjustment. $1,500 in 1991. Jeez. Back inside, we have a good working console with a cup holder insert and an aftermarket stereo that is going to need some attention. The back seat is mostly in good shape, but just needs cleaning. The trunk is a little dirty, but we can fix that too. It's dirty under here, but I've seen much worse. This looks like an engine bay that wasn't cleaned often and maybe had an oil cap, valve cover, and or cam angle sensor leak during its life. Just look at that hood and firewall area. It's going to take so much time and patience to clean that up. But honestly, I'd rather have a dirty, 100% stock engine bay than one that's been monkeyed with by various owners over its life. Oh, I've been there. It ain't fun. Okay, enough chit-chat. Let's go for a drive. Since I hadn't yet assessed the car's current mechanical condition and knew it had been sitting for some time, I didn't drive it hard, just took it for a little spin on some country roads to explore a little of that rally heritage. Let's do one more run through the creek for old time's sake. No, one more, just one more. Not sure if you could tell, but I was having fun out there. I hadn't driven a stock 4G63 powered car in a long time, and it was great. What strikes me most is how silky smooth the engine is. You always read that in the old magazine reviews, and it's no wonder this engine received such high praise for it. It drove well on the gravel, but felt squirrely on the tarmac. We'll have to take a close look at the tires and suspension. The shifter was kinda stiff and vague feeling too. The car also had the famous 4G63 hunting idle. But everything works and generally feels good. I can't wait to get to work on it. So what are the plans for this car? Well, over the coming months, we're going to restore it inside and out. Then we'll give it a complete inspection to see what needs done to make it roadworthy once again. After that, we'll complete all minor and major maintenance items and repairs that we find during our inspection. So this is our Phase 1 plan. I'm going to take you through the whole process of returning this car to its former glory, so stay tuned. It's going to be a fun ride.